both on the team. You know, I feel like they really both embrace what the G means. You know, in the locker room, not just football players, but in the locker room, so they really embrace what we try to uphold.
What does embracing the G mean from guys who were just getting here and were at other programs before?
Yeah, we're just making sure like we still play for the love of the game. We love the sport of football. We're not playing this sport for whatever comes with it. You know what I'm saying? But we still have love for the game, and that's what.
With Noah, what kind of a weapon can he be when you've got him on one side and maybe Colby on the other?
I'm not for sure. You know, Noah's a weapon. Definitely. He's athletic, he can run good routes. He made a lot of plays in practice. You know, just getting open, just making contested catches, like competitive excellence and stuff like that. So, you know, the sky's the limit for really our offense this year. If we take care of what we have to take care of.
You've had to block some of these freshmen outside linebackers, Chase, Darren, Isaiah. Like, what have you seen from that group coming in and trying to make an impact coming off the edge?
Yeah, you know those guys. They're here for a reason. You know, they're all pretty athletic. They're all here for a reason, for sure. So it's just a matter of going against each other every day, iron sharpening iron, and getting as good as we can possibly get ready for the fall.
How does this offensive line compare to last year, especially losing some of these seniors?
I'm not sure I know the answer to that question quite yet, but I feel like we're moving in the right direction to be, you know, just a little bit, like I said, a little bit more eager. I mean, because last year's O-line, we were really hungry, but, you know, this year we have a lot of young guys who maybe aren't as established as they want to be at, so they might be a little bit more hungry to get where they want to get to.
Kirby talked a lot about passion, fire, and energy sort of being this team's motto. Where do you think you guys are in terms of buy-in right now, and how hungry are you guys to go out there and prove that last season, you know, isn't necessarily the standard and you guys are capable of achieving more?
Yeah, you know, I feel like we're over the whole spring, you know, I feel like we showed that a lot. It's on tape, and I'm not even talking about throughout the whistle, like after the whistle, if somebody scores, you know, go put a hand on the helmet, go love them up, go tell them they made a good play, go let them know they made a good play. And, you know, little stuff like that, that's how momentum plays happen in football, and football is a momentum sport. So, you know, when we say fire, passion, energy, and juice, you know, that's really the ways it's exemplified on the field.
How much more healthier have you been this spring than you were last fall?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel good.
I mean, what does that mean for you? Give me your thoughts on the quarterbacks today.
I feel like all of them played extremely confident. You know, one of the things in the huddle where it didn't feel like anybody, you know, was talking shy or whispering or had a low voice. Everybody was speaking confidently. They were calling the plays, demanding the huddle and everything that the quarterback of offense was doing. I feel like they were very confident.
Your thoughts on the run game?
I feel like, you know, there's always little stuff you can tighten up all the time and stuff like that. But, you know, you always look to get better in all aspects, run, pass, really even special teams. So really just going to look back at the film, reassess everything, see what we can get better at.
What would you think the offensive line got better this spring?
As far as
overall play, I mean, how you think y'all, what kind of improvements you think
yeah,
y'all
for
did
sure.
there?
I feel like from spring practice 1 to spring practice 3 right now, I feel like the guys are a lot more together. You know, because I feel like on the field, you know, improvements, all that stuff is going to come, and it has to come, you know, in order to be a better play. But I feel like the thing that was kind of the most concerning this offseason was how the guys were going to mesh and mold together. And that's been one of the things that I've honestly been extremely excited to see this for the spring. You know, the O-line coming together and guys really playing for each other. Because this is a bit of a new group, but people keep coming together like this, and we do everything for each other. Sky's the limit.
Ernest, what do you think of this freshman group? You've seen a lot of freshmen come through now. What's your overall thoughts on the new faces?
I mean, you know, it's the reason you come to the University of Georgia. You know, you come here to play competition. You come here to go against the best. So whether that includes a guy coming fresh out of high school or a guy that's been here for a little minute, we play the best in all aspects. So, you know, that's really why you come to this school, to play the best competition.
What do you think of your spring? Because where are you kind of physically at this point?
You know, I'll always say everybody can always get better at everything. So I feel like, you know, my spring, I'm not content with anything I ever do. So I'll get back to the drawing boards, look at everything, try to clean everything up, tighten everything up. You know, I got a few more months for the season too, before camp starts. So really get a few months to attack everything that you really want to personally be the best player you can be.
If you guys mixed in a few different guys on that first team offensive line, how do you feel like you guys handled, you know, having different rotations, having different guys on defense?
Well, you know, offensive line is a pretty different position than most positions. One, it's the only position in sports where you don't see the ball. And second, it's one of the other. I mean, it takes 5 people to come together as one. So when you rotate and you bring different people in and out of stuff like that, it can be difficult. But that's the challenge of where we're at. I feel like the guys did pretty good today. But as far as no matter who was in there, everybody same mic point, same communication. Because in order to play offensive line, you have to communicate. Get 5 brains to come together as one. So it's just over communicating everything, and I feel like we did a pretty good job of it.
Ernest, what kind of spring do you think you had?
I mean, I'll never be content with anything that you put on tape. I always feel like you can always improve and get better. So I was really just looking forward to getting back to the drawing boards and really assessing the spring that I had myself.
How comfortable are you at right tackle? Looks like you're playing a lot over there.
Well, I play football, so I'll be comfortable anywhere on the football field. That's as an offensive lineman, you just want to get a chance to put your hands on somebody and move them off the ball with people moving. So it doesn't really matter where you are to be moving.
What about that D-line? There are a whole lot of new faces over there. What did you see from them this spring?
The same stuff you see from Georgia every year. You got big guys, athletic guys, physical guys with a lot of ability. Like I said earlier, that's why you come to schools like this to be able to compete against guys like that every day.
Ernest, what did you learn about this football team this spring? What did it prove to you?
I said it earlier, but this team this spring it showed me that we have a very eager squad. And by eager, I mean just like a whole bunch of guys ready to get after it, because we don't have too many guys on this team that's won anything. That's went all the way, like some of the few older guys like myself have, or the 22 season, the last time we went that far. We have a very eager squad, so I feel like the word for this year, for me, for this team, is definitely eager.
There's a couple new edge guys there. Chris Jones.